Georgia. Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Takes the handoff. It's Valdez. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Sellers. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, being a business.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested, but the offense was throwing it vertically down the field. You saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
They want to run it left here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The short hands. It's Frazier. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now the pitch. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Dogs head it quickly to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get to it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Slams it ahead. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Going to the ground. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He'll take it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive player.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. This time it's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Georgia going up tempo. The Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalties. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. To the air, it's Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They keep attacking through the air. Gets it out fast. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to UTEP. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll come out throwing on first down. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And he... And they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun, looking for a man. He lost it high and deep down the left side. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unleashes one deep.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Lets it fly. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Pushed out of bounds at the 41, but not before he pulls off a terrific return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. Trying play action. Gets away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback. Obey the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion. Next play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting the first progression.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They want to run this quarterback, and he's dragged down.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Sellers. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. The AT unit on the field. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's a better play there by the defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got him this time. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To the air on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. That's 45 on his way. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30, the 20, inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Raiola. They're bringing heat. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. looking for blockers. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure to do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Raiola. He's right on target. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll just keep slinging it. Quick completion on the out route. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's looking for a man on second down. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Takes it from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Evans. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Looking for a crease. It's Frazier. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. North Texas has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 18 to Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll call for the fair catch here. back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down coming up. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Keeps looking downfield. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Oregon! They take the lead with the 6. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass.
The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yard.
Build some confidence because you're confident throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows. Probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. They're working that left side. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking the play. On third down, going up top. With the catch, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Georgia! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Bennett. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Direct snap. Plows through the defense. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Sellers. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Paul, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fountain. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck under particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Back to the air one more time. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Avoids pressure. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's right down the boulevard. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Floating away. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up an easy position to get a score.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Georgia trying to finish the deal and run out the clock. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass on second down. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. It's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. From the gun on third down. He's taking a deep shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. He's going up top here late in the game. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. first down here for the offense. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that are being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm